Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're digging into the sources you sent over about Neighborhood Parcel. It's a business center in the Boston area. And our goal is really to get a handle on, the range of services they've got and what makes them tick, what makes them maybe a unique resource there.
Exactly. We're trying to pull out the key details, see how Neighborhood Parcel really functions. Does it live up to this idea of being a one-stop shop for different needs?
Especially for small businesses and local folks, right?
Yeah, that seems to be the focus in the material we looked at. Let's see what we found.
Okay, so starting with the basics. The sources say Neighborhood Parcel kicked off back in 2007.
Right, founded by the Bechat family. And they're based in Tewksbury, Massachusetts.
And it sounds like they got off to a pretty strong start.
Yeah, that was interesting. Profitable in just 2 years, apparently ahead of their own projections.
Wow.
Which, probably gave them the confidence to expand their offerings pretty early on.
Makes sense. And the sources definitely position them as the local option, the alternative to the big players, the UPS stores, FedEx office, the post office.
And that local identity seems really core to them. They talk about being locally owned, operated.
Passionate about supporting other local businesses, residents.
Exactly. Offering that sort of personalized expert help that maybe you don't always get from a massive corporation. That's the vibe anyway.
So let's talk about what they actually offer. That range of services is key to this whole one-stop shop idea, isn't it?
Totally. It's not just one niche. The sources break it down into a few main areas.
Okay.
You've got shipping, then a whole suite of document services, shredding, notary, that apostille thing, copy fax, and then mailbox rentals.
All right, let's start with shipping. What's the deal there?
Well, the big thing is access. You can use FedEx, UPS, and the U.S. Postal Service, all through them.
Okay, so options.
Options, exactly, for domestic, but also international shipping. And they specifically mention being a FedEx authorized shipping center. So if you have a prepaid FedEx label for a return, you can just drop it off there easily.
Right, that's handy. So the benefit is basically flexibility, choosing your carrier, and convenience. Just one place to go.
And the sources also hint at competitive or discounted rates, trying to be affordable compared to going direct sometimes.
Interesting. Okay, moving on to document services. This sounds like a really big piece for them based on the material.
It does. Let's start with document shredding. The sources spend a lot of time on this.
Yeah, and this is super relevant, right? Protecting your information. The sources really stress how vital secure shredding is.
Absolutely. Preventing identity theft, data breaches, all that serious stuff.
So what kind of shredding do they actually offer?
Quite a few options, actually. There's drop-off, where you take your stuff to them.
Okay.
Off-site, where they come pick it up from your place, home, or business.
Oh, convenient.
Scheduled service, which is more for businesses needing regular pickups. Then specialized stuff like medical shredding, destroying old CDs or hard drives.
Media destruction, right?
Yeah, and even witness shredding if you need to literally watch it happen.
Okay, that covers a lot. And compliance seems key here, too. The sources mentioned HIPAA, FACTA, SOX.
And that Massachusetts privacy law, 201 CMR 17.00.
Which basically means they follow strict rules to keep sensitive info safe, whether it's health records, financial data, you name it.
Right. High compliance is a big selling point for this kind of service. One source even mentioned something about HIPAA-compliant shredding, which often means extra controlled handling.
So what kind of documents are we talking about shredding? Things people might forget about?
Well, the obvious stuff like financial statements, tax files, medical records,
right.
But also anything with your name or contact info, old computer disks, legal papers, even junk mail sometimes, old receipts. You'd be surprised what's on those.
Good point. So practically speaking, how does the drop-off work?
Sounds pretty easy. Go to their place in Tewksbury. No appointment needed, no minimum amount, no contract.
Just walk in.
Seems like it. You pay by weight, and they emphasize it's economical, avoids hidden fees, like starting at 99 cents a pound.
Okay, that's straightforward.
Yeah.
And the offsite service, they come to you.
Yeah, home or business, uniformed employees, secure vehicle, they track everything, that chain of custody idea.
Right, so you know where your documents are.
Exactly. Then they shred it at their secure facility, give you a certificate of destruction, and it all gets recycled. Pickups available 7 days a week, too, according to the info.
That's pretty comprehensive. And the scheduled service for businesses.
Similar idea, but regular. They put secure bins or consoles at your office, pick them up weekly, monthly, whatever you arrange. Again, strong focus on that secure chain of custody.
Okay. It sounds like they really want you to trust them with this sensitive stuff.
Definitely. The sources hammer that home. Locally owned, north of Boston, A+ BBB rating, active in the community.
Lowest rates, fair pricing.
Yeah, prices apparently posted online, operating 7 days, secure process, recycling. It all paints a picture of reliability.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what else under document services?
Notary public services. For, witnessing signatures on important documents.
Right. Can you just walk in for that too? Or do they come to you?
The sources mention both in-office and mobile notary services, so potentially either. It's part of that diverse menu.
Okay. And then there was apostille services. That sounds specific.
It is. It's for getting documents legally recognized in other countries. The example given was studying abroad.
Ah, okay. So if you need a U.S. document, like a birth certificate, accepted overseas.
Exactly. It's a specific certification process. They say they handle it for docs from all 50 states and mention fast service for Massachusetts documents like birth, marriage, death certificates.
Interesting niche. And then just basic copy and fax too.
Yep, rounding out that whole paper processing suite.
Got it. Okay, third category, mailbox rental. What's the story there?
This isn't just a P.O. box. It's a physical street address in Massachusetts.
Ah, so it looks more professional.
Yeah, the sources use words like prestigious or professional presence.
Who's that for mainly?
They highlight American expats, people living overseas, or RVers who need a stable U.S. address.
Right, people without a fixed home base.
Exactly. Also useful for businesses needing a mass address for their website, or anyone needing international mail forwarded. One source even mentioned registered agent services for LLCs or corporations.
Okay, so a proper business address solution. And affordable.
Rates start from $25 a month, according to the info.
All right, so let's kind of zoom out. What's the big picture here? The main value they're offering based on all this?
I think it boils down to a few key things. Convenience is huge, that one-stop shop idea.
Definitely.
Security, especially with the shredding and the documented processes. Affordability comes up a lot, competitive rates, fair pricing.
And that local expert-friendly service angle again.
Right. Personalized help.
And they're clearly targeting small businesses and local residents in that specific area.
Yeah, the sources list towns like Andover, Tewksbury, Lowell, Billerica, Wilmington, folks in that north of Boston area.
So for you listening, if you're in that area, the takeaway is there might be one local place to handle a surprising number of different jobs, right?
Exactly. Streamlining things, getting stuff done efficiently, making sure sensitive info is safe, maybe getting a professional address. It covers a lot of ground.
It really does seem to consolidate quite a bit. If people are in that area and want to check them out based on this contact info.
Yep. Website is neighborhoodparcel.com. That's P-A-R-S-E-L.
Okay. Neighborhoodparcel.com.
Phone, main number listed is 978-851-0199.
Got it. And the physical address for drop-offs and things.
1215 Main Street, Unit 115, Tewksbury, MA 01876.
Perfect. Well, that gives us a pretty clear picture of what Neighborhood Parcel is all about, according to the sources.
Yeah, a really diverse set of services aimed at serving that local community.
So wrapping up, what we've seen from the sources is that Neighborhood Parcel positions itself as this comprehensive local hub. You can ship packages worldwide with major carriers, securely destroy sensitive documents with, certified compliance.
Handle notary needs, get those complex apostille certifications for international use.
And get a stable, professional mailbox address, all supposedly under one roof in Tewksbury.
Right. And understanding that whole suite really shows how one local business tries to be this integrated support system, not just selling services, but aiming to be a convenient, trustworthy partner for both everyday personal tasks and small business operations.
It makes you think, doesn't it? Consider how much running around it might take to handle all those things separately. Finding a shipper, then a notary, then a secure shredding place, managing mail if you travel. How much simpler could it be to have one trusted local spot for all of it?